Alright boys, so I wanted to make a video here about the fact that Linux is not probably meant for everyone, in particular like people like LinusTechTips, just public service announcement here. If you're someone who gets like bleeding edge hardware and stuff from like vendors, manufacturers, if you're someone who does reviews of hardware, because you're always getting the freshest stuff and working again with manufacturers, you probably shouldn't be using Linux as your main system, mainly because you're not going to be able to test a pre-release version of an Intel chip on Linux. Linux takes time to mature. It's mostly a community project. Just apparently people need to know that. Look, LinusTechTips and everything that they're doing right now, I think it's great that they're trying Linux. I just think it'd be better if, Anthony could steer them in the right way of using Linux, how to integrate it, where to integrate it. Like, it'd be fantastic and save them a lot of money if they could get their video editors and, marketing department using Linux and free software like GIMP, Krita, DaVinci Resolve. It's not technically, it's not FOSS, but it is free as in price. So mostly, unless you're using some higher end stuff, which they probably are, so gotta spend like $200. Still cheaper than paying Adobe like $50,000 a year. So that's something. But for every use case out there, Linux is probably not the best option. For most use cases, Linux is better. And I mean, in every regard, Linux is better for your privacy. And I mean, for an operating system that respects you, it's better. So there's that. But again, not every use case needs Linux, okay? Don't lie to people and tell people that every task is going to be better in Linux. If you're someone working with CAD, it's probably not going to be better in Linux, okay? Because as far as I know, there's no dedicated FOSS options for CAD, and getting CAD software and working inside of Linux is a pain. So just don't lie to people. But with that being said, definitely bring people over to Linux, tell people about Linux, just don't be misleading about it, okay? All right. Short, rambly video over with. By the way, if you're, one of my patrons, I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you because you're awesome. So, Joris, Joshua Lee, Gentoo is fun too, Baked Juice, Papa Smurf, and of course Matt from the Linux Cast. Thank you guys for supporting me over on Patreon. For everybody, just know I have done my first attempt at merch. The link's in the description. You can go check it out. There's also some specialty stuff that will only be around for a little bit. It's a 1K sub, special. I got a pillow and a mug, so you can pick them up. It's got a design that will never come back again. It will only be sold for a month after I hit 1,000 subscribers. So you got plenty of time to pick them up if you want them. Just know they won't always be an option. Thank you guys for all of the support. It's awesome. Thank you guys for subscribing, liking, commenting, talking with me, being fantastic people. I'll see you. Peace.